amazing weekend. The weather has gone against us, even though today when I got up at 7 o'clock it was raining, very horrible weather. Didn't turn out too bad at about 11 o'clock, but now raining again. Again, disappointing because we know during the week we can't do no training because you're all at school, we have no floodlights. So weekends are the only time we can do one-to-one training. So hopefully, fingers crossed, the weather's going to be kind to us next week. Sent out today and yesterday a few plans for you to do a session today, which will be instead of what we would have been doing at Swanmore. It's basically based around mechanics, so mechanics of sprinting. We did start on this last week on the one-to-ones. Some people were doing standing tall, some people were doing some starts, different things. So these exercises, and I'm going to send out the form with all the exercises on. I just want to give you a little bit more detail with a video, because sometimes it's a bit difficult looking at pictures and actually seeing what I mean just by looking at a picture. So here's just a bit of a rundown of the exercises you're going to be doing, and these exercises are really good for running mechanics. So the first one is going to be, we're going to be sprinting up against a wall. Now, if I show you, first of all, I'm going to be making myself a nice straight line at the back. Okay, so I want my nice back all the way down. So it's 3-point triple extension, right the way up. So I've got a nice straight back. Now you'll find also on my feet, I've got a little bit of my heel off the ground, running on the balls. So we don't want to be this high up, we just want to be here. I'm going to get my leg up. Okay, so this is pretty much imitating what we would have at the start of a race. So we're coming up, and all I want you to do is to swap legs, wait 5 seconds, and then swap legs again. So here, we're going to be pushing down. Okay, so I'm landing again on the ball of my foot, this foot, toe pointing not down, toe being held up here, so that when we stroke the ground, we're in the correct position. So here, up, wait 5 seconds, change again, wait 5 seconds, change again. Now, you've got the sets and the reps, what you need to do for that one. Next one we're going to be doing is a single leg raise, and I'll be using the bar here on my weights rack. Now, you can use a chair. Hopefully you have a chair at home, just as easy to use. And all we're going to be doing is, we'll start off on the right leg. We're going to put our left foot here. Okay, now you'll be on a chair maybe, I'm using this, so it's exactly the same thing. Okay, and we're going to go into a lunge. Now make sure your foot is facing this way. Make sure your ankles are not on the turn. Okay, and all we're going to be doing is a lunge. Now keep your back straight here, arms by your side, and you're just going to come down on one leg and then back up. That's one. Okay, and just to show you another one, nice and slow, not too quick. Once you've done your reps on this leg, you're back on the other leg, exactly the same. Again, down nice and slow, keep your back straight and back up. Okay, so that's your one leg raises. Now, we're then going to go into doing our alternate lunges. Alternate lunges, quite an easy exercise. Most of you know how to do this. All we're going to do is a lunge. Now make sure you've got your shoulder width apart here. What we don't want to see is you going into a lunge like I see some people run, is almost you're on a tightrope here, feet in line with each other. Now you don't want to be jumping like this. Now everybody's in a growth spurt, or some of you just finished growth. Growth, what that does is put you out of sorts. So your legs may be longer than what they usually are. Your legs may come down in different positions because your brain hasn't quite recalculated how tall you are. Now it's important, because of a bit of brain training, we need to make sure when we're doing these alternate lunges, okay, feet shoulder width apart, so that when I'm coming up, I'm going to be jumping into it, a jumping lunge. Okay, now you'll see here, I'm still shoulder width apart, so I'm still got good balance. Again, up, again, feet nice and straight, okay? Don't jump into a funny position, concentrate on that. Okay, so this one we're going to do hip raises. Now, this is just to work the glutes, work the hamstrings. So all we're going to do, lie back, hands on the ground, feet flat on the ground, and we're just going to do very slowly, raise your hips up. Okay, just hold it and then back down. And then up and then back down. Easy peasy. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is single leg raises. So we're going to be using the wall as resistance. Again, making sure we've got that nice straight back. Triple extension, which means we've got straight all the way up here, straight legs, straight, straight, straight. Now, all you're going to do is put one foot just over the top. So that one's off the ground. All your weight is on one leg. Okay, put your foot down flat on the floor and then raise up and then back down. Raise up and back down. Okay, so you do your reps, sets on that one leg. Other leg, again, make sure your other foot off the ground, just wrap it around your leg and then up and down and up and down. And the final exercise is that really important one. We've worked a lot on this. We did a lot of it last week. I know some of you didn't. Some of you did some different items, different things. But this is a really important one. The leg cycle. Okay, and what we were working on with some of the athletes last week were their landing, where they're landing. So if you see here, the leg cycle is almost exactly like it says, riding a bike, riding a bicycle. So all we're doing is we're coming up, the leg is crossing the knee, holding the toes up, okay, through, back down, and landing here with a straight leg. Okay, so you can see when I'm landing, just like I would on a bike, at the bottom of the pedal, I'm on a straight leg. And then this comes back, and then you pull up. So nice circular motion, just like on a bike, holding your toes up, landing straight. Now, the alternative to this is what most youngsters will do, is will land here with a bent leg. Now you can see, okay, my leg is not straight. I'm putting a lot of strain on my knees here because I'm almost sitting in. It's what some people, when they say to you, you're sitting down running, you're sitting into it. So you can see here, it's almost like a sitting position. We want to be upright in a standing position so that we're using all the powerful muscles in our legs, our glutes, our quads, hamstrings, calves, okay, all really powerful muscles that hold a lot of power, hold a lot of energy that we can use to push us forward. Now, all it is a rotation, so you're coming up, and here we're using the hamstrings, okay, pushing through, pushing through, pushing through, okay, make sure we're landing with a straight leg. Okay, so do your reps with them, make sure your foot comes down next to the other foot, okay, so it doesn't come down here or here or here, make sure it comes down the same position every time. Okay, get that motion going. So we want to land in the same spot every time. Okay, so please do them if you can. Really good for mechanics, and we'll take up our one-to-ones next weekend. A couple more videos for during the week as well, some fitness work and some strength work. All right, so see you later.